What's going on, everybody? Sean Pierce Johnson here for this week's edition of Stompbox Saturday, and on the Stomping block today is the RC-1 loop station from the good folks at Boss. Now, looping is one of those things that tends to seem a little inaccessible. I know that Boss has made many loopers over the years, and other companies make some great loopers as well. Pigtronics makes the Infinity, the Line 6 DL4 is a definite favorite looper of mine, but many people still find the concept and idea of loopers and looping to be a little hard to grasp. Well, thanks to Boss, we now have a no-frills, a no-nonsense, and bonehead simple-to-use looper in the RC-1. It's housed in the same compact pedal format as all the famous Boss Stomp boxes have been, and it really does one thing and one thing only: record and overdub. I guess that could be two things. But anyway, I digress. All you really need to know is that it records and it has a level knob. That's it. It can be powered by a 9-volt power supply, and it's super simple to use. There's stereo ins and outs, so you can send out to 2 different amplifiers, and there's a side TRS jack for you to plug in an external foot switch to do the stop and undo functions of this pedal. We're not going to concern ourselves so much with that today. We're just going to throw it down on the board and we're going to create a soundscape. So let's take it down to the board and check this baby out. Okay guys, we're down at the pedal board. I got the RC-1 right here, and I'm just using the new Boss FV30 volume pedal in the loop of the rocker verb, just to control the overall master volume. So right now everything's turned down, and now everything's turned up. So the loop station is pretty easy to use. There's not a whole lot of frills. It's just got a level knob, and there's a readout on the top for you to see how long of a record time you got. And let's just lay something really simple down. Alright, so now you can see the light ring on the RC-1 is just going around in a green circle. That is the indicator that your loop is now playing. So let's turn up the level knob and let's get a decent level to play along with. So that sounds pretty good. Now, of course, like with most basic looping thing, is that you can basically just solo over what you've played. So that's pretty basic, nothing too fancy about that. Now, here's the one part of the pedal where it gets a little tricky. Turning up the volume again. So now I want the loop to stop. In order to get the loop to stop, I have to press on the foot switch twice. And you kind of got to make them really quick. So play. Stop. So that's pretty simple. The only thing is, now that I want to clear it and move on to another loop, I have to press and hold on the foot switch for about 2 seconds, which is really no real issue, but I mean, you don't really want anybody hearing your loop being cleared off of the looper. So that's one of the big pluses of throwing a volume pedal behind it, because if I record something, if I have that volume volume pedal behind it, I can stop and press and hold to clear the loop, and nobody will hear me doing that. So that's one of the really handy things. But it's great to have such a simple looper to be able to create, you know, just about anything. You could record a chord progression to practice soloing over changes, or you can do like I like to do, and you can create soundscapes. So I'm going to go ahead and create a soundscape, and let's just get lost in the sound. And of course, the handy thing about having it in the loop means I can get that original recorded loop that I've already created, switch over to my distortion channel, and my loop is still clean. So I can go ahead and play over that. Well, there you have it. There's your look at the RC-1 loop station from Boss. Like I said, bonehead simple to use and it's pretty foolproof. You might have to get used to some of the double tap to stop and the hold for less than 2 seconds in order to get the whole thing to erase, but it's a pretty easy pedal to get used to. I would have to say I would probably be more inclined to use this more often if it maybe had an expression pedal jack to control the level rather than getting down and turning the knob, but I still think it's a great pedal. Hope you guys enjoyed this look, and until next time, Sean Pierce Johnson signing out. Happy stomping. Cheers.